Hi there Booktube, it's Eleanor here and Happy New Year, Happy 2017. This is the first video I've made in quite a while, so I hope I'm not too rusty. And it's quite an unusual video for me to make. Normally you'll see sort of weekly wrap-ups and book hauls from me and reviews and occasionally discussions and tags. Today I'm titling this video New Year, New Me ? Because I want to talk about both bookish things and non-bookish things that are changing and not changing in my life this year, and just sort of let you into a little bit about my life and what's going on. I know that when I watch other booktubers, I really enjoy hearing about their lives as well, because when you are on camera and people are watching you, people are interested in your life and they get to know you. And so I thought I'd share some things that are going on in my life because they may or may not crop up in videos to do with books and stuff. So let's get started. So every time we approach a new year, everyone starts thinking about getting fit and losing weight, especially after that sort of Christmas binge. And I'm no different. Every year I want to get set in the new year with a goal, and I want to get fit and I want to lose weight. And I want to lose about 3 or 4 stone to personally feel comfortable. And so rather than doing a diet, which is how I've always done it, and diets do work for me, but I find them very restrictive and I find that the weight doesn't stay off. I wanted to look this year at doing it more slowly, more organically, and doing it in a way that is more sustainable if possible. And I was toying with the idea of having meat-free days. I'm not ethically feeling the need to become a vegetarian, but I wanted to learn how to cook more interesting vegetarian meals, because my father-in-law is a pescatarian, which, if you didn't know, means he only eats the only meat he eats is fish, so fish, and then the rest is a vegetarian diet, and he stays with us pretty regularly, maybe one weekend every month. And I find that we tend to cook something quite bland and boring one night for him, and then the rest of the weekend we end up with takeaways and rubbish. And I wanted to be able to cook something more interesting, more exciting for him, and also just enjoy vegetables more. I love vegetables, but I do find that I end up going down the same old route, roasting some vegetables or boiling them, and they're just not very appetizing. So I wanted to do some meat-free days anyway. So what I did was I picked up this magazine, and it's the Healthy Special, and it's called Veggie. Now I picked it up for a number of reasons. A, because it's about veggie. B, because it's got 45 meat-free recipes in it. And also because I know that a lot of these recipes are paleo, which is what my husband follows and works really well for him. So I picked this up and the first article is about founder of Honestly Healthy, Natasha Corrett, and she is a chef. She launched Honestly Healthy in 2010, and she's got about 4 cookbooks out, I believe, but I hadn't heard of her before. But in here she talks about her green and lean plan. Now the whole plan is about 12 weeks, but she was showing you a 7-day meal plan, so you can sort of kickstart with a 7-day meal plan. And I looked at the recipes and I just thought to myself, this looks really interesting and maybe a way to help me get started. So I looked it up on her website and I signed up. I think it was about £4 English or £5 for this 7-day plan, where you get a plan for the week, you get your recipes, you get a meal plan, you get your shopping list, and it all seems very simple. The shopping list for a week for one person is about £40, but some of those things you have to buy in the first week are like, you know, a jar of ground cumin will last for more than 1 week, so it exponentially gets cheaper. And I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go, and I'm now on day 3 and really enjoying it, so much so that I've actually signed up for the 12-week plan, which I will be starting after this week. The meals are delicious. I've just really been enjoying everything that I've had. I'm feeling good on it, And part of it as well is that you have 3 to 4 exercise days a week, and on those exercise days she actually has a YouTube channel called Green and Lean, and on there you can find, I think it's 4 workouts, and they're HIIT workouts, which I think stands for high intensity training, and basically they're 25-minute workouts where you work really hard for maybe a minute, and then you get a break, and then you work really hard again and you get a break. So in these ones you do 5 exercises, one straight after the other, and then you get a minute break, and there might be like squats for a minute, or squats with lunges, or jumps, or something like that. And it's let me tell you, it's really hard work, but it suits my lifestyle perfectly because it's 25 minutes, I can get it done and get on with my day with Matilda. So far this is going really good, and I'm really enjoying not eating meat. I've not missed it. I found the recipes very flavoursome, and so I'm really excited about continuing on with this, continuing on and seeing, you know, how it takes me. I may or may not lose weight, but I'll be interested to see, and I'm excited to carry on. And on that same vein, in terms of exercise, I will be doing the HIIT workouts. I think it's 4 times a week on that. Also, you can see in the background is my hoop. I know a lot of booktubers do hooping, which is sort of more of a dance exercise and a dance thing, where the hoop moves over them and they put it up and down and stuff. The hooping that I do is actually with this hoop. I don't know if you can see, if it's a bit close, it's got these ridges all the way around. I mean, it's quite heavy, it's weighted, and what you do is it takes a little bit of practice to get into it, but you keep it going round you, and it sort of pummels your waist as you're going. It does decrease your waist size, and it's quite hard work. And then when you get used to that, you can do sort of exercise with it, throwing balls while you're doing it, and punching, and various different exercises. And I go to a class for that on a Thursday every week, and I really enjoy that. So I'm going to get back into doing that this year, and also continue with my Pilates class that I do, because I really think that helps me tone and really helps me stretch out, and I just feel lovely afterwards. I just feel really relaxed and really calm, and it's lovely. Anyway, let's move swiftly on to another goal of mine this year, and that is to work on my positivity and calm. Something that I have always been aware of is that I'm not a negative person, but I do take things to the worst possible case scenario sometimes, and get really stressed about things, and I really want to work on being more positive and staying calmer, and I have managed to do that more already this year. Someone smashed into my car a couple of days ago, just as I got home from New Zealand, and smashed my wing mirror of my car and drove off. Thankfully, we weren't in the car, but I don't know who it was, who did it. They didn't leave a note, so I had to pay for it, and it was damaged, and I stayed calm. I had a little panic for about a minute, and then I stayed calm and I got it sorted, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm still angry because I've had to pay for something that someone's damaged and they've just got away with it, but that's beside the point. I've stayed calm and positive and just thought to myself, it's just a car. It's just a car. There is worse things in life. Let's move on. And I'm just going to try and follow that thought process this year. I'm going to try and stay positive, try and think more on the positive side of things. And yeah, I'm enjoying being calmer. So in terms of reading, as you may or may not know, myself and Janet created Shelf Slam 2017, which is something we decided to create in order to encourage us to read books off our shelves. So we're not buying books at the moment. We are picking a challenge out of our jar every month, which is sort of helping us to pull together a TBR of 12 books. And if we go over that, we can just read whatever we want off our shelves. And the 12 books sort of fit a theme. And it's to help us to read books off our shelves. If we read 12 books within the month, or more, but 12 is sort of the minimum we're looking at, we will be treating each other to a book. And the wonderful Brittany from Under the Radar Books has joined us. So our little threesome are buying each other a book. So each month I will be getting a book from Brittany and from Janet, as long as I reach my target. And I'm hoping that will encourage me to clear some books, because there are books on my floor, there are books double stacked, and by the end of this year I would really just like a single layer of books and no books on the floor. Now, a little caveat to this is that I will still be receiving my subscription box, because I do buy Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings Moth Box, and sometimes I pick up other sub boxes, so I will still be getting those. I will still be taking books for review, although I'm going to be a lot more choosy on the ones that I accept, and I will obviously be getting the books from Brittany and Janet once a month. So I will be doing a book haul, but it will be just a one book haul in a month. I'm also going on a book spa to Bath, and the lovely Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings has also got a book spa voucher, so I think we're going to go together. So I will be getting books there because they're already paid for. My husband got me a voucher. Basically, the book spa is at this bookshop in Bath, and it's called Mr. B's, and you go along and you get a personal bookseller that comes, talks to you about your wants and needs, and gives you some ideas of books to read, and gives you some synopses, and you have a bit of cake and coffee, and then as part of that package I think you get £50 to spend on books. So I will be getting books from there, but on a general basis I won't be buying books. So as I say, there'll still be book hauls, but they will be a lot less, and hopefully I will be getting through some books on my shelves. On that note as well, I will be reading my Book Buddy Box books every month in order to create the Book Buddy Box. If you didn't know, Book Buddy Box is a service that I offer, which is a book. It's you can check out my Etsy store, which is always linked down below, and every month I send you a book with some little goodies in there to go with it, and inside it's all been personalised, so post-it notes all the way through the book of my thoughts, plus some other little slips of paper. If there's a recipe that I like the look of, I'll find out the recipe and maybe put that in for you, and various other different things, and I've really been enjoying that. There's a Goodreads group for it where you get a code in the book so that you can join the Goodreads conversation, and yeah, I've really been enjoying producing these for people. I think there is still maybe 2 or 3 left for February, so if it's something you want to give a go, check out the link and go and pick it up before they're gone, because it will be going out in the beginning of February. So I will be obviously buying the books for that and reading the books for that, so there will be some books there too. So I suppose the long and short of it is that I'm saying that, you know, I won't be without books. Also on the book front, I have been enjoying watching people's stats videos and spreadsheets, and I've decided that I'm going to sort of create one more for myself. I really like the ones that are out there, but I think we all like to track different things, and things have started to crop up to me that I really want to track, and I don't want to track too much stuff because it gets too much for me, but there are certain elements that I want to track, so I'm going to be setting up a spreadsheet for that, and maybe doing a monthly video, maybe my monthly wrap up, because I do film weekly reviews of all the books I read. So if you ever see a book in a monthly wrap up, I will have reviewed it in a Friday reads, or you know, what I've read this week video on a Friday, so you can always go back there and find out a more in-depth review. But maybe what I will do is, you know, for my January wrap up, maybe I will use my stats sheet to talk a bit more about what I've read that month in that terms, rather than just listing the books again. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And then another thing that I want to continue this year is to be meeting up with my fellow Booktube friends, because I've had such a wonderful year, especially with Lauren from Lauren and the Books, Caitlin from Kitty G, Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings, who I love to bits, and I meet up with Caitlin regularly because we don't live that far from each other, so we can meet up in London, and Mercedes and Caitlin and myself went on holiday last year just for a weekend, and this year I'm going away with Lauren, Mercedes and Caitlin again back to my place in Dorset, which I'm really excited about. and I'm doing a 2-day trip to Bath with Mercedes, as I mentioned about the book spa, and myself and Caitlin are going to be going to 9 Worlds, which is a science fiction and fantasy convention in London, together for the weekend. So I'm just really looking forward to spending time with people in real life, as well as chatting to them throughout the year. I've just loved Booktube. It's created a wonderful family of friends for me, and yeah, I just want to continue that this year, and getting to know people, getting to know new people, and just really enjoying the community. And then the final thing is that I'm going to try and learn about coding and design an app this year. I know, it's scary for me too. And I've no idea if it's something that I'll even be able to do. But I saw this book on someone else's channel and it really piqued my interest. It's called Get Coding, Learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript and Build a Website, an App and a Game. Now it's aimed at younger people, but I felt that'd probably be best for me because I need it to be a bit more basic. And each chapter you get a challenge of something you've got to do at the end, and I loved the way it was set out and how exciting and fun it seemed, and I'd really like to create an app. I haven't quite decided what yet, but I think it will probably be a bookish type app, so watch this space and I'll be letting you know how I get on with this, whether it's something that just falls to the wayside after a few months or whether something actually comes out of this and I design an app, who knows. But it's just something that I'm interested in learning more about, and so I've picked this up, so I shall be doing this year. So in essence, 2017, there's plenty to be getting on with. I'm really looking forward to spending more time reading and chatting to you guys and letting you know how I'm getting on. Let me know down below if you are doing anything specific this year, whether it's book related or not. I always love to find out tips and tricks and websites and things from different people, so let me know and let's chat, and yeah, let me know what you think of my plans for 2017. Anyway, I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now, Booktube.